Okay, it's time to hand out the NFC North and AFC North's midseason grades, but before we begin, Miami, are you planning on beating anyone with a winning record this season, or is that not going to be a thing you do? Well, I'm thinking if the Raiders beat the Jets on Sunday night, then they'll have a winning record, and then we should beat them the following week. And if they don't beat the Jets, well, then the Jets would be 5-4 going into the Buffalo game, and then probably 6-4 coming out, so we should have a legit shot there. So are you telling me is this whole we can't beat a winning team thing you've got going on should be over and done with by the end of Black Friday? Yeah, that's the hope for now. Well, if that hope doesn't become a reality, I will officially anoint you the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC. Jerry's gonna want to know what you mean by that. Well, it means you should have had this Philadelphia win in the bag, but your final 5 plays ended in a penalty, sack, incompletion, penalty, and completion that was short of the goal line. But in your defense, you decided to not line Tony Pollard up at center at the end of the game, so I guess we should probably consider that progress.
Attention all Dallas fans in the audience. The creator would like to apologize for the teacher's lazy and frankly uncalled for use of such a horribly played out joke.
Well, Jerry says your apology is not accepted. Okay, I did not apologize. The creator did. Yeah, and they're two different people, so get it straight.
New York Jets, the creator says...
Is having a good time? Let me talk, because I'm done. I have something I want to say to him. Listen, teacher, yeah, this is the creator. As long as Zach Wilson is quarterback for the New York Jets, I do not want to hear another word out of their mouth. Is that clear? So I'm not allowed to speak again until I bench Zach Wilson? Starting right now? No. Thank God. Now on to the grades, starting with the AFC North. Baltimore, I'm giving you a solid A. Can't argue with that. And Cincinnati, I'm giving you a B+, despite your annual slow start. Yeah, we're very Hulk-like in that way. I don't get it. What does that mean, you're Hulk-like? Oh, losing makes us mad, and the madder we get, the stronger we get. So, Orange Hulk. I'm gonna be honest, I actually like how you got there. Oh man, I want to be Orange Hulk. Too late, already taken. Cleveland, I'm giving you a B, and by the way, nice job overcoming what the Hellmouth has tried to do to you so far this season. When something that powerful comes along, you just gotta make sure you stay 5x5. In Pittsburgh, I'm also giving you a B, and here I would typically make a comment about how you were probably gonna finish the season with another 9 wins, but I'm afraid the creator might chime in and frown upon that like he did with my Dallas joke earlier. Well, may God bless the creator. Oh, hey man, Pittsburgh just made a request to bless the creator. You think you're gonna grant that, or I don't know. I'll think about it. Now on to the NFC North. Now Green Bay, I said last week that you would have the lowest grade in the division, but it turns out that's actually not accurate. Chicago has the lowest grade. Why is that? Perhaps, Chicago, it is because you do not possess a very valuable time-traveling device. Let me guess, you're gonna suggest I have one again? Crazy. Tell me, Green Bay, what else would explain how you transitioned from one Hall of Fame quarterback to another so flawlessly? Okay, and what about their current quarterback situation, New England? If they have a time-traveling device, how would you explain that? The greatest trick the devil ever pulled, dear teacher, is convincing the world he did not exist. Oh, yeah, he's right. That was a pretty good trick. What do you think, Wilhelm? Yes, indeed it was. Must be the first time anyone's ever said these words, but New England, I do not have a time-traveling device. Lies! Now give us the device! Okay, we need to move on to these NFC North grades, and we'll start with Detroit, who I'm giving an A-, and it would have been an A if that loss to Baltimore wasn't so bad. I really hope we meet them again in the Super Bowl. Oh, believe me, so do I. Based on recent findings, I think everyone knows it's going to be us and Baltimore in the Super Bowl. I believe only someone in possession of a future-telling device would ever be so bold as to speak such words! New England, there is no device of any kind. Right, I only said that because the Super Bowl logo is red and purple this year, which obviously represents us and Baltimore. Lies! Now give us the device! For the last time, New England, stop demanding teams give you fictional devices. Now on to Minnesota. Real quick, I just want to say red and purple could also be us in Kansas City, but go ahead. You were well on your way to an F at the start of the season, but due to an unforeseen turnaround, you have worked your way back up to a B-. Very nicely done. Wow, I know I just mentioned the Super Bowl, but I totally didn't expect that. I gotta say that Joshua Dobbs trade really didn't hurt either. And by the way, New England, if there is anyone who was smart enough to build one of those fictional devices you're always carrying on about, it is Joshua Dobbs. I mean, that dude is the Reed Richards of the NFL. He learned our playbook in like less than an hour. Then we must have him. Oh, you could have had him, New England, if you had done something constructive at the trade deadline. On to Green Bay. You were shockingly close to an F, but that Los Angeles game bumped you up a little bit, so I'm giving you a D-. You know what? I'll take it. You were still at risk of flunking for the year, though, so don't get too comfortable. On to Chicago. I know your quarterback's been hurt, but you should be better than this. There is absolutely no excuse for whatever it is that you are. Can I try to make an excuse anyway? No, you may not. Okay, that's class, but before you go, Atlanta. Oh, here we go. Arthur Smith won the Monday Night Live stream detention vote this week, so I would like you to tell him from me that he will be joining Vegas in detention. Wait, I don't think you gave me detention this week. Oh, okay, well then I guess Vegas, that's detention.
Actually, the creator demands Vegas be excused from detention until further notice due to the fact that Antonio Pierce is so badass.
Finally freed. Okay, I guess I don't get a say in the matter.
Tell him I said no.
That's a negative on saying the matter.
And tell him about the Atlanta thing.
Oh, and the creator demands you give Atlanta detention every week from here on out until they fire Arthur Smith.
Fine then, Atlanta, that's detention for the foreseeable future. Atlanta, even though I'm free, the window seat's still mine, dude, and I'll know if you sat there. Vegas, I will sit where I want, and you won't even realize it because I will send Bijan out as a decoy to confuse you.
Will the Las Vegas Raiders ever get detention again? Will the Atlanta Falcons ever fire Arthur Smith and get out of detention? Will the New York Jets finally bench Zach Wilson and earn the right to speak again? Will the New England Patriots ever locate the fictional devices they seek?
Mark my words, yes I will.
New England, you are not supposed to answer the narrator.
Well then perhaps your beloved narrator should choose his questions more wisely.
Okay, narrator, could you please continue so we can be done with this already?
Find out the answers to these questions and more in future episodes of NFL High School.
Thank you.